Welcome to Meanwhile in Turkey, Turkey's only publicly funded, English-speaking news show. Last week, we aired a segment about Şevval Şahin, winner of Miss Turkey 2018.
Mesela buradan çıkınca lunch'a giderim büyük ihtimal. 8-9 gibi bir daha yemek yerim, akşam yemeği. Sonra da benim akşamları böyle binge eating modum oluyor bazen.
In the interview, you can see her answer questions half in English and half in Turkish. We thought that would be the end of that, but you know, this is Turkey. There's always a sequel. So instead of closing the chapter on this subject, Miss Şevval Şahin, or Miss Turkey 2018, decided to do an interview on CNN Turk. The format of the interview is like crossfire. So it's basically two reporters trying to outsmart, you know, the guest by asking really hard questions. Instead, we got this.
Atatürk'ün herhangi bir sözünü biliyor musunuz?
Yani biliyorumdur ama şu an aklıma gelmiyor açıkçası.
İstiklal Marşı'nı biliyor musunuz?
Eskiden çok iyi biliyordum.
Söyleyebilir misiniz?
Söylememe gerek yok şu an.
Kim yazdı onu biliyor musunuz? İstiklal Marşı'nı.
Evet.
Mehmet Akif Ersoy.
To be fair, the interview was a hit job. And now she's being questioned about her Turkishness. But before we start on that subject, I want to introduce you to Miss Turkey 2001, Tuğçe Kazaz. She is known for such things as changing her religion from Islam to Greek Orthodoxy in order to marry her Greek boyfriend, of which there's nothing wrong with, by the way. After her divorce, she decided to change her religion from Greek Orthodoxy to Buddhism. Yet again, there's nothing wrong with that. After all this journey, she decided to go back to Islam. Once again, there's still nothing wrong with that. However, after her last conversion, Tuğçe Kazaz came out as a, Islamic philosopher, overall know-it-all about Turkish history and the modernization of Turkey, and kind of a, Miss Turkey winning person. Very active on social media. She said things like, one who does not distance himself from Kemalism, by Kemalism she means the ideology of Mustafa Kemal, one who does not distance himself from Kemalism distances himself from God. Or Mustafa Kemal wanted to ban religion altogether. If Atatürk was alive, he'd be going door to door asking people to vote for the AKP. People of this country have suffered so much under the rule of people called Kemal. Nobody cares about what she said, right? The point is not what she said, because nobody cares about what she said, right? Why should we? Just because she was a model and won Miss Turkey in 2001, does that make her a public figure? No, absolutely not. Just makes her pretty. That's it. I mean, imagine a show, Miss Turkey, where the main criteria is the way you look, your body type measurements, or how you look like in a bathing suit or a nightgown. Where it's a show where basically the main question asked is this.
Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think this is?
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, such as in South Africa.
Anyway, so going back to Şevval Şahin, Miss Turkey 2018. She wasn't able to answer who the author of the national anthem is. Who cares? She doesn't know the name of the Ministry of Health. Who cares? It's a beauty contest. It's not the national contest of Turkishness. Why should we care? Is she less of a Turk than the winner of Miss Turkey 2001, who outright is against the founder of the Republic? What's wrong with people think that, Miss Turkey has something to do with Turkishness? If not knowing these questions makes you less of a Turk, then let me let you in on a little secret. Being Turkish has nothing to do with that. It's what's here. Maybe it's time to change the show from Miss Turkey to just Miss Now that's Turkish. Our president, Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, announced that we should boycott all French products. I know, once again, that escalated really quickly. But you know what? We're known for escalating things really quickly. For example, when a lorry driver parked his car close to another building, the tenants of that building decided to solve that problem by doing this. People are just really stupid. So how did we get here? It's simple, but you need to follow and pay attention, okay? Here goes. Charlie Hebdo, the satirical French magazine, was attacked in 2015 by Islamic fundamentalists due to a cartoon they published about the Prophet Muhammad. Last week, they went ahead and published the cartoon again. A French teacher, during class, showed the cartoon in order to reiterate the point that France is secular and that this was freedom of speech. A student in that class told his parents, and the parents told a Chechen friend of theirs, who then went and beheaded the French teacher. Hang tight, I'm getting there. Hold on. The police found the man, killed him on the street. Macron came out and expressed his anger towards Muslim extremists and said that Islam was in turmoil and that this was freedom of speech. He went on and decided to reflect the cartoon on a government building. You know, it does smell like strengthening its own voter base, doesn't it? Turkey's president lashed out against Macron and said that he should get his head checked.
Macron'un zihinsel noktada bir tedaviye ihtiyacı var.
Whereupon France called back its ambassador from Turkey. Meanwhile, Syrians in a couple of major cities in Turkey started to protest against Macron by burning Russian flags. Yeah. In return, Recep Tayyip Erdoğan called on to boycott French products. That's how we escalate things in this country. By the way, this also smells like, strengthening your voter base, Just a little bit. So my question is this: how are we going to boycott, for example, Airbus, of which Turkish Airlines has a lot of them? Or how are we going to boycott Peugeot or Citroën? People who drive those cars should not drive them anymore? Is that what we're supposed to do? So instead of just boycotting products, shouldn't we just pull back our ambassador from France? Or should we bring this up in emergency meeting at NATO, which we're a member of, just like France, an equal member, by the way? What would happen if France decides to boycott Turkish products, which they said they wouldn't, but what happens if they do? France is the #1 importer of Turkish televisions in Europe. So, is Recep Tayyip Erdoğan right? Well, I think he is. The murder of the teacher is absolutely unacceptable. I agree. Macron just could have left it at defending the teacher and what he did and just moved along. But instead, he decided to put blame on Islam instead of that one radical Muslim. So now we have another front that we have to start dealing with. I'm starting to wonder, how many more fronts or how many more enemies are we going to have until the end of the year, which is in about, 2-3 months' time now. My eye is on Ireland. They've been kind of quiet for a while, so I'm watching you, Ireland. Finally, Seda Sayan, a singer, actress, TV presenter, and serial marrier. She married 6 times already. She started to showcase the lottery numbers on TV for a chance to win 1.2 billion Turkish liras. Don't worry, 1.2 billion Turkish liras is $1.5 million. Yeah, so far, because, the dollar became 8 Turkish liras today. On her first program, she started to call out the numbers right before doing this.
3.976.545 TL bu akşam talihlisini bekliyor. Hadi bismillah, hadi bismillah.
That's right, bismillah. Like, may Allah give me strength or help me. Well, you need more than that because you have a chance in 1 in 14 million to win the lottery in Turkey right now. Or you have a 0.0000715 1% chance of winning the lottery. You know you need all the help you can get. Although playing the lottery or these kind of chance games goes against Islam because it's gambling at the end of the day. According to reports, 2 out of 3 people plays one way or the other one of these chance games. But you know where you can win all the time? By watching my show. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, WhatsApp, do everything possible. Share my video around. Thank you so much. See you next time.